Okay, hey everybody, and welcome back to League of Legends Summoner's Rift. I believe this is actually episode 8, and I would like to do a support by the name of Rakan. So Rakan is best served with Xayah because he gets extra bonuses when he's playing with his Boothang. However, he's pretty much just a strong support on his own. He's got two forms of CCC, or just CC. He has two forms of CC, a little bit of healing. He's naturally tanky due to his passive, and he's extremely mobile and can provide a shield. And all around, he's just a pretty solid support. He's a tier 2, according to OPGG. He's pretty strong. Okay. Oh dear, these usernames are very... Okay. Alright. So yeah, we're gonna be playing... where is that big, beautiful bird, man? So, for the longest time, Star Guardian Rakan, which is the skin I always use on him, I have, I think it's SSG Rakan. And who do I not want to fight? I really don't want to fight a Nico. It's probably my worst matchup for Rakan just in general would be a Nico. Like, I can handle Blitzcrank, I can handle Pike, Brand is not that hard to deal with if you know how to play against him. Quinn, Olaf, Lux, Blitzcrank, and Urgot. So they were planning on playing Caitlyn probably then. Again, we're picking first, so I guess we go Rakan. So yeah, this picture right here, Star Guardian Rakan, was my profile picture on Discord for the longest time. Fiddlesticks Jungle Riven Top. Fiddlesticks support is something that I enjoy playing. I genuinely just like... It's so dumb, but it works for some reason. Because his scythe has massive range, and as long as he just kind of can't bushes, his ult is, like, indomitable. Kindred, pretty strong jungler. Hoping we have a tanky top laner. Misfortune bot, Silas mid. Looking like a brand support, which I just said, like, that's gonna be rough. I'm hoping my Misfortune is good enough to go off of my W's when I go in. Oh, Twitch brand is gonna be a difficult lane. So yeah, the thing about Rakan is he does not deal that much damage on his own early game. So I'm really reliant on other people. Since there's not a Xayah in my game also, it's gonna be just a normal Rakan game instead of super hyper power Rakan. And a Samira top. I don't know how Samira does into a Camille, but because she's new, I don't really know how Samira does into a lot of people. I have played her, but she's not like... She's good, but she's not like, oh, broken OP, she deserves to be banned every time. Like, not really. She's strong. Like, if you don't know how to play against her and she kills you 3 times because you don't know what ability she does, that's your fault for being ignorant and, like, not being informed on what she does. A lot of people get in, they're like, what does my enemy laner do? It's like, Google it. You need to know what they can do. A good tip to anybody in this game is just like, go into the shop in the client and just look at every single champion. Just look at all their abilities. You don't have to know the exact like statistics and how much damage and stuff they do. I don't think that's necessary. It's just good to know like what are they gonna hit me with? Like what are they gonna hit me with? Is my okay. Sometimes the video doesn't switch over, so I have to do it manually. Sergeant Mayonnaise, Riolti, Ebon Knight, Torme Kitsune, and Vincent. And Twitch isn't a Yordle, is he? I can never tell if he's just like a plague rat or Yordle. This is an M7 brand. I'm M7 brand. Brand is a really strong champion in general. He does a lot of damage. He's very squishy, which means if I can get to him, I can generally just pop. And it's like I'm not even the one popping. I kind of rely on my teammates. Laning phase. Laning phase, I'm not amazing unless my ADC is good and can follow up off my W's, but during team fights, I just like pick the biggest chunk of enemies I can hit. I fling myself in there, knock everybody up, and then I start my ult and just drag them all into a centralized area. Somebody like Rakan would go really well with somebody like, I don't know, an Orianna or a Malphite or anybody that does like a large swath of area damage. If there was a brand mid lane, yeah, because I charm them and then they follow me, so I kind of get everybody and then run back through them, and they all kind of come into the centralized area because they can't move. Very good during team fights where they're all grouped. Of course, they have a brand, so you know. In my honest opinion, I think Relic Shield is the way to go. I don't know. Yeah. Okay. So basically, his kit, Fey Feathers, every 40 seconds it reduces the higher level I am. I get a 54 health shield that is based off my level and AP. When I attack enemies... Yeah, basically when I attack enemies, it will... Are they down there? Because I saw she marked Fiddlesticks, but, I am just gonna defend his red buff. The reason I went Relic Shield and not... Yeah, the reason I went Relic Shield and not Spell Thief is because while Spell Thief is good and it scales off AP, Relic Shield gives you a little bit of AP, but it gives you base health regen, and I can get cannons for my ADC so they're guaranteed not to miss them as long as I'm on top of it. I totally just, like, botched. Okay. Cool. I totally botched my W. I was hoping to get through the wall and knock it up and do some damage. So yeah, my grand entrance that you just saw, I leap to an area and then I kind of smack down on the ground and knock everybody up and do damage. Ow. He started Q. Yeah, don't really know why I did that in hindsight. So yeah, I walk in, I smack the minion, you'll see counters under my relic shield that kind of tell me how many stacks of it I've got. My Q is a pretty interesting skill in the sense that I can throw a feather. If it has to hit an enemy champion, it can't hit like something. So it does that, and then I've got this little aura, and after a short delay I heal myself and anybody in that circle. So that cannon I'm hoping to get below a certain amount of health and then execute, because
but it is less complicated.
Silas got first blood against a Samira, that's kind of funky. Silas? What? Yeah, I need her close by to get the cannon, is the only problem. Teleporting back mid. Didn't we have an Urgot? Was that... Am I dreaming?
An ally has been slain. Enemy double kill.
Yeah, my E, I'll basically leap to somebody, and then I give them a shield and also gain a shield, and I can use it again once for free before the duration is up. That's some health. Yikes. Yeah, Brand, if he hits 3 abilities in a row, he has the ability to basically just, like, make a big area that does, like, a % of everything's max health. I need to be trying to hit my Q, but I also don't want to put myself in a situation that's going to end up killing me.
Living the dream. The dream of darkness. Travels fast.
Okay. So far, so good. Again, he picked a ranged champ into a melee support,
I'm
so
free and I am free
for the most part, this is matchup based.
Killing spree.
I don't even want to see, like, what are they doing? Misfortune is behind in farm, unfortunately, but
Life is way more fun
misfortunately,
when you give up the rules.
that's okay. I actually really enjoy Twitch. I think he's a really fun champion. He has a really terrible early game, but like that's a lot of ADCs.
Safety is boring.
Yikes! 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 We got Twitch's flash. So like it's annoying, but it's annoying that we didn't get a kill per se, but one more. Uno mas. There we go. You know, for an M7 brand, he's hesitating a lot.
I do what I want. No Stargate can say the same.
Okay. So yeah, like Rakan himself doesn't do much damage. I can actually afford a what is it? Glacial Shroud? I'm building an item with some very interesting effects called Zeke's Convergence.
Safe is for nerds.
You may have heard of it if you play Thresh, Blitzcrank, Nautilus, any of them that build tanky. Ooh, Silas, buddy. Alright. I mean, Fiddlesticks is level... Okay, now he's 5, attempting to kinda fight a massive Silas. Well, it's not even that he's massive, he's 2-1, but he's 2 levels ahead. He was 3 levels ahead, which would have been...
The universe tends towards chaos. I'm just helping it along. Evil never looked so hot.
Like, yikes. Okay. We're botching these, Oh, Samira. Oh, they're all down here.
I feel a fight coming.
I think she's down here is the thing.
Yeah, gonna be an easy fight.
And I mean she's 1-2. I'm not horribly worried about her. I mean she's a Samira, but
Most good guys.
okay. I mean I guess they're all bot is the thing. Like they're all bot.
That just feels so
Yikes. Yes, sir. That's what we like to see.
I look good.
I want to get this cannon because that's going to give us money. They're as afraid of me as I am of them, honestly. It's, Okay, I've got ult now, so, like, that's... That was the quickness. So my ult is basically... You rev yourself up, you get going, you run as fast as you can and try to tag all of the enemies that you can get your hands on, and then they get charmed. They take 114 magic damage the first time I touch them, and then if I touch somebody, it gives me more speed that can then extend my ult, so, which lets me run faster and get somewhere else. And since Celerity gives all movement buffs that I get, it gives like every movement thing that I get a buff. Okay. We're gonna head back bot. It's currently 4v4. We have the Ocean Drag. Next up is Mountain. If I can get Ocean and Mountain, and then... I don't really care about Infernals because I don't do damage. Like, Infernal Dragon would be nice. Infernal Soul would be nice, but... wholly unnecessary.
Self-control is the start of fun.
Ah, I want... Oh, you gotta... okay. I was about to say, you gotta get away from me.
Enemy rampage.
Yikes. Damage. Like... would I actually do it? Would I actually do it? Ah! I got the kill, but I died for it. I was like, I can kill off this. Yeah, we got it. So Zeke's Convergence, it does two things. It makes me the Harbinger of Frost, and it makes my ally the Harbinger of Fire. So, gives me 60 armor, 30 magic resist, 250 mana, 10% cooldown reduction. Very strong item. So I can bind it to somebody, and then I'm connected to them. So when I cast my ult near my ally, it makes this zone that slows anything that's inside of it. And basically what it'll do is if my ally attacks something that's in my Frost Storm, it will basically just, like, ignite them and do bonus things based on that. It'll do extra damage. Why did he ask for assistance and then say to fall back from a honey fry? I don't know what he's doing. He's on crack. He's smoking the wacky tobacco.
Dancing between the rules.
You wanna fight? This brand has a much different combo than what I use. Yikes. Yikes. That was terrible.
If you forget my name, just call for the Lord of Darkness. Prince of Evil.
Okay, that was a really bad ult on my part. I'm gonna go ahead and get Zeke's Convergence. A lot of times I would just build straight AP just to have fun with it, but I really think, like,
This place will look different
going
when we're in
full
charge.
tank, like, I'm gonna probably go Knight's Vow next. Knight's Vow is another item where I link it to somebody and they get effects. 12% of the damage that my partner takes while Knight's Vow is linked to them is dealt to me instead, and 12% of the damage that my partner deals is given to me as health. But it does true damage to me, though, so there's no way that I can, like... Why are you asking for assistance? .
Doing the right thing was boring. I'm way more fun now.
Oh man, I hate Brand. I hate fighting it. What do you want? Like, why are you... No, what? Oh, shnikes.
Shut down.
Was that her mark? No, no, it
Dance
was
to the
not.
beat. Beat called darkness.
I need to link my Zeeks to my MF. Okay. Look, I wasn't even trying to fight. I was just trying to give my Zeke's convergence to my misfortune.
Living the dream.
I ain't even gonna lie to you. I didn't want to have to clap you, but like I do what is necessary for the people. And I'm trying to get the cannon. You know? I'm just trying to get the cannon.
I am bad because I'm free, and I am
Is
free
Samira
because
headed
I'm
bot?
bad.
Didn't look like she was headed bot per se, but she certainly left. Yikes! 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 We are fighting! We are fighting! Like, what are we? What is happening right now? Okay, Camille, like, crush my head with your calves, please. Gall dang, girl. We get another drag. Another cool thing that Rakan can do is walls don't confine him. If he can W through it, he can go through it. I think that's honestly, like, the sickest part of his abilities, is he can just, like, go through walls when he feels like it. So, Knight's Vow, I believe, is going to be the second item. I'm just going to go pure health. I think that's honestly
I
the
do what
best
I
way to
want.
do things at the
No
moment.
Starguard.
Grab the cloth armor, so I only need 11 high. And I need about 1,000 gold. Ideally. So, I've got the quickness back. Um, it's generally gonna be best used against, like, groups of enemies, but if I am going to fight once and then I end up, like, not fighting again for a little bit later, it can be used pretty efficiently against single targets. Okay, Twitch is here. See, and like that's the thing.
Universe bends towards chaos. I'm just helping it along.
Ugh. I hate
I only
I
need
hate
one
Brand
shot.
Stun. Brand Stun is definitely the strongest part of his kit. His Q, it lasts for like 20 years. Is he even low? No, he's not. We focus Twitch before anything else, which is honestly, in most cases, what it should be, in my opinion. Okay. It looks like we're applying pressure where pressure is needed because we have a Silas, but I just need to soak experience and get money wherever
Those
possible.
good
I'm
guys.
actually going to head mid. I don't have the quickness, but I have other forms of CC and shielding. Yikes, I'm just going to like go safeguard Kindred and make sure that nothing bad happens to her.
Being bad just feels
Yikes, 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 yikes. Whew. Yeah. How about what? But what? Yeah, I was about to say, but like, what if you didn't do that? Ah, that's a quadra. That's literally a quadra. Oh no!
An enemy has been slain.
No! Oh my gosh, that was freaking bonkers. That was actually kind of a wild fight. We lost that. We lost that fight. I think. Unless Fiddle died, in which case it was even. The MF got away, I believe? No, MF died. Alright. Okay.
My cloak is woven from the whispers of star fields, the secrets of the galaxies, the wind of the
I
south moon.
have no idea what
Swishes.
Kindred's talking about. Okay. So yeah, Kindred, pretty interesting jungler. You basically get marks where you can see they look like little squiggle donuts. Okay, I'm headed mid. I've got the quickness.
An enemy has been slain.
Admittedly, I haven't been doing fantastic. Like, KDA-wise, 1, 2, and 6 is pretty good for a Rakan, but, just, like, the way I'm playing, my ults are pretty awkward.
Enemy has been slain.
Bro, Camille is just, like, popping off. I'm gonna puppy guard her while she gets her... Oh, jeez. There we go. That's what I wanted. That's more so what I wanted. I don't like the fact that my team just got clapped. I can't afford Knight's Vow, though.
Shut down.
Like,
I love evil, and evil loves me.
Riven's big. And I don't want to have to fight a big Riven. But she's large. I mean, if it was a 1v1, yeah, don't get me wrong, but... No, 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 no.
Your turret has been destroyed.
God darn it.
Shut down.
Why are we still fighting? Like,
An ally has been slain.
but we're still fighting.
Enemy has been slain.
It, like, hyper aggression. That I'm circling back up for Drake because I can springboard off the Kindred if we get close enough. Samira's gonna try to get in. Bonk. Swing! M4. I love Rakan. He takes a lot more brain power to play than most of the... Oh, shoot. Oh, we're taking damage. Okay. We're just gonna go ahead and yoink the... Just gonna go ahead and yoink drag. That's 3 drags in a row because their jungler's not doing very hot.
Let's daily affirmation.
Which I'm totally fine with because I am afraid of a fed fiddlesticks. Okay, so we're gonna grab Knight's Vow. We're gonna grab Boots of Swiftness. Next item we're probably gonna get is gonna be Shirelia's Revelry. You can press a button to give you and everybody nearby 40% extra speed for a few seconds. Extremely useful for the ult. So who's the most fed right now?
Living the dream. The dream of darkness.
An ally has been
We
slain.
crusade. Oh, Kindred.
Because I'm
Yeah, you really don't. Okay. Buddy. You don't gotta run from me. It's okay. So now the Camille takes 12% less damage, but I get healing based on how much damage she does. So that was a real good ult. That was also a good brand ult though. So yeah, you'll actually see my life going up pretty rapidly. Okay, that was an FF. Okay. Rakan has slain Baron Nashor. I'm the best jungler in the game. That was a pretty fun Rakan game. I'm not even gonna act like I was like amazing there. I was pretty mediocre, not gonna lie. Like I did what I needed to when I needed to. I think Camille was the MVP of that. But that was pretty fun. I had fun with that. I always have fun when I play Rakan. He is a very strong 1, 2, and 17. I had the highest amount of assists in the game. I don't even know how you go 2 6s, Brand. You just gotta die like a lot. That was pretty fun though. So yeah, pretty short episode comparatively to what it could have been. I think they could have brought it back, but thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next episode.